Hey everyone, it's Kristen from k.becca, and it's been a while, hasn't it? Unfortunately, I've been dealing with some health issues for the past few months and haven't been able to make any videos, but I'm happy to finally be getting back into the swing of things. Today we'll be making an easy print and cut card using these Koh-I-Noor Tri-Tone pencils. I received the set as a gift and wasn't sure what to do with it for a while, but once I started using the pencils, I really liked their unique qualities. This set comes with 11 different colored pencils plus a blender pencil, and it is a little bit on the pricey side at around $20 to $25 for the set, but keep in mind that if you buy them at a place like Michael's, you can probably get a much better deal using coupons. The Tritone pencils are interesting because each pencil contains 3 different colors that are swirled together. This means that the results can sometimes be unexpected, but I really like the sort of impressionistic, dynamic look that they create. I think that these pencils would be a nice set for beginners too, because they allow you to more easily create depth and variation of color, which can be a challenge when you're just starting out. The colors that are in each pencil are shown on the end of the pencil, and I've swatched out all of the colors here so you can see that there's a decent spectrum of shades in the set. Plus, you can often create different variations on each of the shades if you color with the sides of the pencil versus coloring with it straight up or at a slight angle, so there's some flexibility there. The key ingredient that I've found to coloring with any colored pencils, and this is true for a lot of coloring mediums actually, is building up the color in layers. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. I've print and cut these pumpkins using the Happy Fall digital stamp set that you can find in my shop. I'll have links to that below. And these are printed on Neenah Solar White 80-pound cardstock. I'm going to color the base layer with Matta Gold, which has 3 shades of yellow. I like to use small circular strokes when I'm coloring with colored pencils, especially for the lighter base layers, though I have to admit that I'm not that disciplined about it and sometimes switch over to the straight strokes. In my experience, circular strokes take more time, but they do tend to hide coloring lines and strokes better. As I continue to color the base layer, you can see that the color is darker in some areas and lighter in other areas, which gives the pumpkin a bit of a splotchy look at this point. This is just the nature of these pencils due to the swirls of different colors in each pencil. So if you're looking for more even, consistent color coverage, these particular colored pencils probably won't be a great choice for you. I like the color variations because it creates a more dynamic look and allows me to more easily get some variation and depth of color going. Okay, after I'm finished with the first layer, I'm going to come in with Sunset, which is a reddish shade, and I'll lightly color in the areas where I want the shadows to be. For these first few layers, I'm using a very light touch, so the colors are pretty light, and I'll continue to build color and use more pressure as I add layers. After I'm finished putting down the shadow areas where I want them, I'll come in with Flame, which is an orangey yellow shade, and I'll color over the entire pumpkin using just a bit more pressure as I color than I did with the first 2 layers. As I color over the shadow areas, you can see how this layer makes the shadow layer pop. Next, I'll lay down another shadow layer using Tiger, which is a brownish orange shade. And then I'll come back in with Sunset and add another shadow layer. As I layer color, the colors within each layer will blend with each other a little bit to create more texture and depth. For the top layer, I'll come back in with Flame and color over the entire pumpkin, pressing harder than I have with the other layers in order to make the color darker. To color the stem, I'll first come in with Meadow, which is a yellowish green shade, and then I'll use Rainforest, which is a darker green shade, to deepen the color at the base of the stem especially, and to outline that little curly stem detail. Next, I'll color the 2 smaller pumpkins in exactly the same way as the first pumpkin, using the same layering process and colors. After I'm finished coloring the pumpkins, I'm going to create a very loose background for the card front, which is also a print and cut piece. To make this, I created a 5 by 5 inch wide by 4.25 inch tall rectangle in Silhouette Studio, added one of the sentiments from the Happy Fall digital stamp set, then print and cut it on Neenah Solar White 80-pound paper. I filled up the rest of the print and cut area in Silhouette Studio with pumpkins, including the ones that I just colored, so I'd waste as little cardstock as possible when I print and cut the page. I want to make a background for the pumpkins that looks like sky and grass, but I want to keep it very loose. It's more like a suggestion of sky and grass. First, I'll place the pumpkins about where I want them on the finished card, so I'll have a better idea where the background needs to go. Then I'll come in with Summer Sky, which is a light blue shade, and very lightly color in the sky area. Next I'll come in with Forest and very lightly color in the grass. After that, I'll come in with Ocean to deepen the blue color of the sky, and then I'll use Forest again and press a little harder to deepen the grass, and then come in with Meadow to add a little bit of yellow-green. Finally, I'll come back in very quickly with Summer Sky to finish the sky area. Now I'll lay out where I want the pumpkins to be, then glue the 2 smaller pumpkins to the base. I want to pop that larger pumpkin up, so I'll add some dimensional foam squares to the back before adhering it in place on the card. To finish the card, I'll add double-sided adhesive to the back of the card front and adhere it to a horizontal top-folding A2 size card base. You can find a full list of supplies used in this video in the description area below, or in the area below the video if you're watching on k.becca.com. I hope that you found this video to be helpful, and if you'd like to see more print and cut card making videos, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks for watching, and I hope you'll tune in again soon.